wake up in the morning feeling good right now. I know it, where my joy come from. It's the morning, oh, it's the morning.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the I'm Up, No Excuse podcast. The snow is gone. I'm kind of sad about it. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. You know what I mean? It was a little vibe, but it ain't really cold either. It's like anyway, it's weather bipolar. But listen, thank you so much for tuning in once again. Let's do it. Regardless of where you are, whether you're at home or in your car, take a second, let's breathe, and we'll get right to it. I got a short one for you today, but yeah, here we go. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Nice. So, something else I thought about pertaining to myself, and this really happened to me, during COVID, and it's really kind of based on, I think, the last podcast maybe that I said, but basically, guard yourself so that way you know that you know what it is that you love to do and why you do it. Saying all that to say, too much information could be misleading. Too much information meaning, let's take COVID for example. COVID happened, and for a lot of people, the career as they know it was altered. So the search for other ways to make money began, at least for me. I ended up finding a million ways to, just for the time being or what have you, just add skills, add whatever to my life. So I found, man, you start to research and you find different ways that you can make chunk money, this and that. But what happens is you get into information overload where you learn it so much that none of it really sticks, but it really boils down to, are you really loving it or are you doing it because of the money? And I found myself doing everything that I was doing because of the money. I think I fell into a fear of lacking life as I knew it, and I started letting influences, not that it's bad, don't hear me wrong. It's always a beautiful thing when you can find other ways to invest your hard-earned money or invest your time into building, a portfolio, which we should all be doing anyway. But don't neglect the things you love simply because you see something else that somebody else is profiting off of. For instance, if you're a person who doesn't like real estate, right? Why would you go out of your way to force yourself to be uncomfortable trying to learn something that you know you don't really want to do? And the answer is simply this: it's because of the check. Now, if you have a remote interest in it, that's one thing. But to completely turn away from what you know how to do and the skills that you possess and finding the different ways throughout what you know how to do already to later invest into that business, that's neglect. And it ain't wise unless you're a person that just know how to handle stuff like that. And I mean, that's just one way, but a lot of people turned away from the things they love simply because of a survival thing. But it really boils down to, can you maintain consistency even when times get hard? And that's not just talking about career. That's relationship wise. That's, friendships. That's your love ship. That's everything that you're involved in. Can you maintain consistency even when times get tough and continue to look for ways to overcome a tough situation? I was guilty of letting go. I was guilty of not being consistent because I was too focused on, how could I do this and make this money? How could I do this and replace this? How could I, we weren't doing shows. I'm a musician first. We weren't doing shows. So lost a lot of money there. We weren't, and it took away energy from me wanting to record, because I'm just like, in my head was like, what's the point? I'm not seeing it really pop off of people like that. But that wasn't true, and I let myself fall into the fear category, the fear category, the lack of, and basically got to a point where I was resetting myself, and it drew me more to anger and stress. And I talk about all the time about this move to Texas, but all of that stuff kind of built up. And I don't think that really stemmed from COVID happening. I think COVID just really exposed a lot of the thoughts that we have deep down inside. I'll say it again. COVID exposed a lot of thoughts that we had deep down inside, and it made us project them out into the world by way of just finding a way. If that makes any sense. You know what that means for you. I know what it means for me. So don't let information overload cause you to forget the things that you love to do. It's always good to know more, but think about it. You've already completed the majority of the work for yourself. Building up on that is got to be the key. It can't be a reset thing. All right. So you take that for what you believe it is for you, and that was my thought for today. I feel much better that I have began finding a love for all the things that I did pre-COVID and even prior to me moving to Florida. I'm finding so much of a love for it again and again. I think it boils down to me me being in solitude and not really, I wouldn't say be around influences, but now it's like, again, I'm forced to wake up in the morning and think about these things, and I appreciate it. So hopefully you giving that thought. Don't neglect what you love because of information overload. Let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all have a good day. We will talk soon. No excuses. Yo, if you like that episode, all I need you to do is subscribe, like, and comment. And make sure you share it with somebody, because maybe this piece of content could help them. Let's keep it going.